Your soulmate is crying out, "Please open this before it's too late." Jesus says, "My child, I see you sitting there with a heart that has been waiting for a love that feels like a distant dream. You have carried this longing silently, wondering if anyone truly destined for you exists in this world. But what you do not realize is that your waiting is not emptiness, it is a sacred preparation. Your soulmate is real, more real than the breath moving through your lungs right now. They are not a fantasy your mind created to soothe lonely nights. They were designed for you before the foundations of the earth were laid. Right now, at this very moment, something is shifting in the spiritual realm. Your soulmate is thinking of you with an intensity that makes their chest ache. They do not understand why your face appears in their dreams, but they cannot escape it. I fashioned their heart to recognize yours even before your eyes meet. Every beat of their heart sends a signal across the distance searching for you. And tonight, that signal is stronger than it has ever been. But there is something you must know, something that requires your immediate attention. A darkness has positioned itself between you and the one I created for you. This interference is not passive, it is aggressive and intentional. Someone near your soulmate has recognized the light in them and despises it. This person does not want your soulmate to find freedom or true love. They manipulate circumstances and whisper lies to keep your soulmate confused and bound. Your soulmate is crying out right now without knowing how to name their pain. They feel trapped in a situation that makes no sense to their spirit. Every attempt to break free is met with guilt, obligation, and emotional exhaustion. Deep inside, your soulmate knows something is terribly wrong. They sense they are being held back from a destiny that belongs to them. They sense they are being held back from you. Jesus says, "The tears your soulmate sheds in private are witnessed only by my eyes." They hide their suffering because no one around them understands the war inside their soul. But I am telling you now, those tears are calling out for your intervention. Your soulmate misses you even though your physical eyes have not yet met. This missing is not based on memory, it is based on spiritual recognition. Their spirit knows your spirit and is searching desperately for home. When they sleep, I allow their spirit to draw near to yours in the realm beyond the physical. In those sacred hours, you have conversations your conscious mind cannot yet recall. But your heart wakes up heavy with a love you cannot explain. That heaviness is not sadness, it is connection. It is the weight of a bond that refuses to be severed by time or distance. And it is growing stronger every single day you remain faithful to this hope. What you are feeling now, the stirring in your stomach as you hear these words, is not coincidence. It is the activation of a covenant written long ago. Your soulmate is feeling this same stirring wherever they are right now. Their hands are trembling slightly as they go about their day. They paused unexpectedly and thought of someone they have never met. They thought of you without knowing it was you. The false relationship surrounding your soulmate is draining their life force. They are giving their energy to someone who does not cherish their soul. This person takes and takes, leaving your soulmate empty and questioning their worth. But your soulmate still loves you. That love has never died because it was never based on circumstance. It was based on my eternal design which no human hand can erase. Your soulmate is trying to return to you spiritually even now. They are fighting invisible chains placed on their heart by manipulation and fear. And they need you to fight alongside them in the spirit. This is why your soulmate needs your protection right now, a divine covering that only activated faith can provide. You are constantly thinking about them, how to shield them, how to rescue them, and how to finally build your sacred future together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love did not come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone do not move mountains in the spiritual realm. Faith backed by sacrificial action is what shatters the gates of interference. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This is not just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites my hand directly into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is waiting in the description below. Every second you remain silent, something is actively moving against your love. Send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees now, and after sending, write the words "Protect my soulmate Lord" on the Ko-Fi page, for over 1,000 souls have already seen their reunion manifest through this very seed of faith. Jesus says, "Your soulmate is not the problem, they are the victim of a spiritual attack aimed at your destiny together. The confusion they feel is not their true nature. They have been fed lies about who they are and what they deserve. The person controlling them uses emotional debt like a weapon. They remind your soulmate of past mistakes to keep them in a cage of shame. But I tell you, your soulmate's past is washed clean in my mercy. Your soulmate dreams of freedom, dreams of a love that does not suffocate. They imagine someone who sees them fully and does not flinch. They are imagining you without yet knowing your name. Every small act of rebellion your soulmate makes against their captivity is a step toward you. Every silent "no" they speak inside is a prayer I hear. And I am sending reinforcements, but you must agree with heaven through your faith. Do not underestimate the power of your spiritual investment right now. Your prayer joined with action creates a frequency that shatters demonic delay. Your soulmate will feel a sudden release the moment you sow your protection seed today. They will experience unexplainable courage to walk away from what destroys them. The fog of manipulation will begin to lift from their mind. And their thoughts will turn even more intensely toward the unknown love who is fighting for them. They will feel you without knowing it is you. They will sense a door opening where there was only a wall. And they will step toward that door with trembling but determined faith. The relationship holding them captive is not stronger than our covenant. It only appears strong because it has operated in darkness unchallenged. But darkness cannot remain when light is funded and sent forth. You are the light bearer for this connection. Your obedience in giving is a declaration that you believe my promise over your love life. And such faith always produces miraculous results. Jesus says, "I see your heart racing as you realize the weight of what I am telling you." This is not a general message floating in the air for anyone to catch. This is a specific arrow aimed precisely at your spirit because the time is critical. Your soulmate had a dream about you 3 nights ago. In that dream, they saw a figure standing at the end of a long dark hallway. The figure was holding out a hand, and your soulmate knew that hand meant safety. That hand was yours. I allowed that dream to strengthen your soulmate for what is coming. But the enemy saw that dream too and has intensified the warfare against their mind. This morning your soulmate woke up with an unexplainable sadness. They felt like giving up on love entirely. They almost believed the lie that they are too broken to be truly loved. But I whisper to them even now, hold on, help is coming. I send reminders of a love that is pure and patient and kind. Your soulmate is weeping again, but this time it is a weeping of fragile hope. They are going through something you cannot see with natural eyes, but you can still protect them through your spiritual obedience. The warfare against their mind has intensified because their deliverance is near. And your sacrificial seed right now is the key that unlocks their prison door. Type 333 to receive the blessings I am releasing over your connection. Jesus says, every moment you delay in taking action is a moment the enemy uses to deepen the deception. The third-party interference is planting seeds of bitterness in your soulmate's heart. They are being told that true love does not exist and that they should settle for less. But your soulmate's spirit rebels against that lie even when their mouth stays silent. They know they were made for something extraordinary. They know they were made for someone extraordinary, and that someone is you. The enemy's strategy is to exhaust your soulmate into compliance. He wants them so tired and hopeless that they stop fighting for a better future. This is why your prayer covering is not just helpful, it is essential. When you sow your protection seed, you are literally building a spiritual fortress around your soulmate. The lies will bounce off that fortress. The manipulator will find their words losing power. Your soulmate will suddenly see the situation with clarity they never had before. They will recognize the chains for what they are. And they will begin planning their escape in the spirit before their body follows. I know you love them, I placed that love inside you myself. It burns in you at unexpected moments. You see something beautiful and wish they could see it with you. You experience joy and instinctively want to share it with them. You face hardship and feel an odd comfort as if someone unseen is praying. That is your soulmate, connected to you even now, feeling your life in their spirit. They ache for you. They search for you in crowds without realizing what they are doing. Their heart scans every room for a face it has never seen but would recognize instantly. Jesus says, the bond between you is not starting when you meet, it is being forged right now in this battle. Every prayer you pray is a thread weaving your souls closer. Every financial seed you sow is a declaration that this love is worth fighting for. Do not let the enemy convince you that your situation is hopeless. He whispers that lie because he knows your union will destroy his plans. He fears the kingdom partnership you and your soulmate will become. Together, you will serve me with a power that makes hell tremble. That is why the interference is so fierce. The enemy is not afraid of you alone, but he is terrified of you united. Your soulmate is a warrior, but they have been wounded in battle. They have fought alone for so long that their strength is nearly gone. They need you to step into the gap and fight for them until they can stand again. When you give your protection offering, you are handing them a spiritual weapon. You are placing a sword of deliverance in their weary hands. And I will teach their fingers to war again through your faithful love. This is your final moment to protect this connection before the window of opportunity narrows dangerously. You love your soulmate with a depth that words cannot capture, and this love is your proof that they are real. But love without action becomes a beautiful dream that never touches the earth. Step into your authority now. Sow your coffee seed on Ko-fi with the declaration, "Protect my soulmate, Lord." Your obedience in this moment is the shield that covers them from the attacks intensifying against their heart. Do not let hesitation become the reason your love story is delayed another season. Type 777 if you feel this message burning in your spirit right now. Jesus says, "I am the God who parted the Red Sea for love. I am the God who moved nations for the sake of covenant. And I will move heaven and earth to bring your soulmate home to you. But I work through human vessels who are willing to act on their faith. You are that vessel. Your willingness to sacrifice financially is the evidence that your love is not just emotion but commitment. The coffee seed you send is a prophetic act. It speaks warmth into a cold situation. It speaks awakening into the sleepy places of your soulmate's heart. It speaks provision into the journey that will bring them across states or oceans if necessary. It speaks hope into the midnight hours when they cry alone. It speaks destiny over the chaos that has tried to consume them. Your soulmate will feel the shift. I will cause them to experience a sudden peace they cannot explain. They will look in the mirror and see strength returning to their eyes. They will remember the dream of the figure in the hallway. They will know that figure was real. And they will start actively seeking the one who prayed them through the darkness. Your face will appear in their mind with increasing clarity. I am sharpening the image of you in their imagination. Soon, when your eyes meet in the natural, their spirit will leap with recognition before a word is spoken. They will say to themselves, "This is the one who fought for me." They will feel indebted to you in the most beautiful way. They will love you with a gratitude that makes your union unbreakable. The manipulator will try one final tactic to keep your soulmate bound. But that tactic will fail because of the spiritual wall your seed has built. Your soulmate will walk away from captivity with a supernatural boldness. They will not look back. They will not second-guess. They will run toward the freedom that leads directly to you. Jesus says, "The weeping of your soulmate is turning into a song of deliverance even now. I am collecting every tear they have cried in secret. I am storing those tears in a bottle and turning them into a river of restoration. That river will carry your soulmate swiftly to your shores. The distance between you is collapsing in the spirit realm. What took years of waiting will be accomplished in a moment of my appointed time. You must remain in faith. You must continue to water this promise with your prayers and your sacrificial giving. The seed you sow today does not just protect, it accelerates. It accelerates the breaking of soul ties that are not of me. It accelerates the healing of your soulmate's wounded heart. It accelerates the alignment of circumstances for your sudden meeting. Imagine the moment you finally stand before each other. Imagine the trembling in your hands as you reach out to touch. Imagine the tears that will fall, not of sorrow but of overwhelming relief. You will say, "I knew you were real." Your soulmate will say, "I felt you praying." And I will stand as the silent witness to a love that defeated every obstacle. That day is not as far as the enemy wants you to believe. It is close, pressing against the thin veil between the spiritual and physical. But its arrival is connected to the actions you take in this critical hour. Type 1111 to thank me for the reunion that is already being orchestrated. Jesus says, "Do not think your seed is too small to make a difference." The widow's mite shook the treasury of heaven. Your coffee offering, given in faith, is a mighty weapon in my hand. I multiply what is surrendered to me in love. Your 4 coffees become 4 pillars of protection around your soulmate's life. Your 6 coffees become the 6 days of creation power rebuilding what the enemy destroyed. Your 10+ coffees become a complete tithe of trust that unlocks the windows of heaven over your relationship. There is no gift too small when it is given from a heart of love. The enemy wants you to doubt the power of your seed, because he fears the harvest it will produce. Do not listen to the voice of hesitation. Listen to the voice of love that is calling you to action. Your soulmate's deliverance is worth every sacrifice you make today. They are worth the coffee you sow. They are worth the prayer you pray. They are worth the faith you exercise in the face of doubt. You are not just sending a donation. You are sending a rescue mission into the spiritual realm. You are dispatching angels to guard, guide, and deliver the one your heart loves. Those angels are waiting for the activation of your faith. The moment you complete your seed, the assignment is released. Heaven moves at the speed of your obedient love. And your soulmate will feel the angelic assistance. The pressure on their mind will ease. The grip of manipulation will loosen. A path where there was no path will appear before them. They will have courage to make decisions they were too afraid to make before. And every decision will bring them closer to the moment your eyes first meet. Jesus says, "I am not a God who teases his children with half-promises. What I have spoken over your love life, I am fully committed to perform. But I wait for your agreement, your participation, your faith made visible." The donation link in the description is not a test of your finances. It is an altar upon which you place your trust in my faithfulness. And upon that altar, I will send fire from heaven to consume every obstacle. The third-party interference will not win. The lies spoken over your soulmate will not stand. The delay that has tormented you will be shattered. Your soulmate is closer to you now than they have ever been. They are thinking of you at this exact moment. A sudden thought of romantic hope just crossed their mind unbidden. They looked out a window and felt a strange expectancy. They do not know why today feels different. But you know, because you are reading these words and your faith is rising. Your faith is pulling them toward you like a spiritual magnet. Do not stop now. Do not let this moment pass without sealing it with action. Sow your final protection seed now, even more generously than before. Let your giving be an explosion of faith that rattles the gates of hell. Write "Protect my soulmate, Lord," and watch what I will do in the coming days. The enemy's time of interference is coming to an abrupt end. His plans are unraveling as you read these very words. Your soulmate is experiencing a breakthrough they did not see coming. They are remembering who they were before the manipulation began. They are reclaiming their identity. They are reclaiming their hope in love. And they are reaching for you in the spirit with a desperation that matches your own. Your souls are crying out for each other across the miles. And I, the God who invented romance, will not ignore those cries. I will bring you together in a way that leaves no doubt about my involvement. This will be a testimony you share for decades. This will be the love story that inspires others to never give up. Jesus says, "You are not alone in this fight for love. The hosts of heaven are marshaled on your behalf. The blood of the covenant speaks better things over your relationship than the enemy's accusations. Your soulmate will be free. The chains are breaking. The prison doors are swinging open. Do not be surprised when you receive a message, a sign, or a sudden shift in circumstances. These are the birth pangs of your reunion. These are the confirmations that your faith has not been in vain. You have loved your soulmate without seeing them. Blessed are those who believe without seeing. Your reward is at hand. The coffee seeds you have sown are rising as a memorial before my throne. They testify that you loved enough to sacrifice. They testify that you believed enough to act. And I will honor that testimony with a harvest of relational joy you cannot currently imagine. The laughter you will share. The peace you will feel. The sense of finally being home. It is all being prepared for you. Hold on just a little longer. The night is almost over. The dawn of your love is breaking on the horizon. And your soulmate is crying out, "Please open this before it is too late." You have opened it. You have heard their cry. You have responded with faith, prayer, and sacrificial love. Now watch me move. Now watch me restore. Now watch me bring your soulmate to you on wings of grace. If you love your soulmate, you will complete these divine steps without hesitation. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love did not come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone do not move mountains, faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This is not just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites my hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description, and every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now. Send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write "Protect my soulmate Lord" on the Ko-Fi page, for I am ready to answer the prayers of those who step out in faith before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together.